So the bottom is leather. When I went to high school, Design District didn't exist. What they've done with the Design District. I just want to show them your outfit. Sabrina. Little old Sabrina. Caviar King.
A1.
A1, I like your outfit. Breakfast for Liam. That, yes.
Making some coffee for my most beautiful, favorite person in the world.
Welcome back to this week's vlog. I'm starting the vlog very late on in the week because we got back from New York and it has just been go, go, go. We've had so much going on in our personal life that I've just have not been able to pick up the camera. And then I had all the intention this morning to vlog for you guys and I could not find my SD card for some reason, and I flipped the entire apartment upside down to then find out that I left it at work on my office table. So yeah, but anyway, it is Wednesday. I've just been working all week and Aloni's been working all week too. It's Wednesday today or Thursday? No, today's Wednesday. His sister and brother-in-law and his nephews arrived on Monday night very late, and we've been spending time with them. Yesterday we spent time with them, and then right now we are on the way to go to Cote, which is one of my favorite restaurants in Miami. They also have it in New York. It has a Michelin star, although it's not like a Michelin star restaurant in the sense that it's like a very fancy, like 12-course tasting menu. It's so good, and it's one of our favorite places to go when they're in town. And yeah, we're really excited. Tomorrow, I spent the day in the office today. Tomorrow I'm probably going to take the day off and hang out with Sabrina because Aloni's going to be in the office all day and he can't take off until Friday. And the boys are all going fishing, as in her husband, the kids, and my brother. And we don't fish, you know, it's not our thing. So I'm just probably gonna take the day off and hang out with her. And then at night, her and I are going to a Glow recipe dinner, which is very exciting. And that is just a little bit of catching up. Aloni's outfit today is giving. It's very nice. I'm not giving in any of my outfits because I'm trying not to buy anything, because I made the mistake last time. I bought some designer stuff when I was pregnant, remember? Mm-hmm. And it's just, now I'm not wearing it because it's like not that cute. But I'm just trying to make everything last as much as I can during this pregnancy, and until I have to like buy something. And then if I do, I'll like go to like Gap, Zara, Banana Republic. No, not Banana Republic, but like Zara, Gap. But Aloni's outfit's slaying. He's wearing a Bottega Veneta top that he hasn't worn in a long time, right?
Yes.
He's wearing a pair of really nice DL 1961 trousers, which I'll show you when we get out of the car. And he's wearing an Hermes slide that he just got on our trip in New York. Yeah. We wanted to spend money. Remember I told you guys in my last vlog that I was in the mood to spend money. However, I didn't really spend any money because there was nothing in my size. The shoes weren't my size. The dress is nothing, which is honestly a blessing in disguise because I shouldn't be spending money. But that's that. Oh, I'm so hungry. I don't know if you guys are liking my makeup today. I've been wearing the Milk Makeup Tint, which I have been obsessed with because it just makes your skin look really nice and dewy. And if you have oily skin like me, it's perfect because you don't have to put powder. I have not been putting on powder, and everybody in my videos has been telling me like your skin has been glowing, but it's really the tint. What I did spend money on though, by the way, because I just looked down and realized it wasn't on the trip. It was like a few days pre the trip. I had to pay over the phone, but it was this amazing Twilly in Rouge-Ache. And I also got one in gold, and the bottom's leather. Here, let me flip it so I can show you. So the bottom is leather, and this is silk. I learned how to tie this by myself yesterday. I did a pretty decent job, but I think it like made the bag look better. Aloni said it made the bag look better because he offended the bag and said the bag's boring. How dare he, you know? But it gives the bag a little bit more pizzazz. I usually don't buy Twillies. I only have a Twilly on one of my exotic bags because I don't want my oil from my hands to transfer. But other than that, I typically don't buy Twillies. But I really like this one, so I'm curious what you guys think. Let me know. I'll also show you the gold one. I'll probably put it on my Grizzly Birkin, the suede one. that you guys have seen me wear prior, but it's really pretty, I think. Fun fact, I went to this high school here. It's in the design district. It's called Design and Architecture Senior High. And it's this building, like right there. When I went to high school, design district didn't exist. Really, there was only like 2 or 3 stores in your design district, and they were furniture stores. There was like a Fendi Casa, then like a fancy like tile store, and I don't think you can park there. And then in the Moore building, there was like a design concept store. I'm not really sure. But when I was graduating in 2009, the first store that went up was the Marnie store. It's where the Miu Miu store is now. So if you're familiar with Miami and the design district, you'll understand what I'm talking about. The front of my high school, it's literally in the heart of design district. So yeah, so design district didn't exist. It was just a bunch of warehouses. It was also studios, like art studios that people would rent out to like build or paint. And there was a few centers for rehabilitation and what is that called when you get out of prison? Halfway house.
Halfway house.
And a halfway house, yes. But then they moved all of that closer to downtown where like the courts are and like closer to all that area. So, and now Design District is completely like renovated and it looks like Rodeo Drive. Although it looks better than Rodeo Drive now, because when I went to see Rodeo Drive post-COVID, it didn't look like what I thought it would look like in Pretty Woman. Anyway, we have arrived. The streets of Design District, and Cote is going to be over there, but it's really incredible what they've done with the Design District. It's really, really beautiful, and the restaurants here are amazing, and the shopping's really good. There's Dad. I just want to show them your outfit. Very cute.
You like it? Thank you.
I like it. Guys, we have a special guest. My sistrička.
Little old Sabrina.
Little old Sabrina.
We just had the yummiest meal at Cote. Thank you to my sister-in-law, actually.
It's become a tradition, actually.
It is a tradition, because every time we come, the first thing that I say is, please can we go to Cote?
It's so good.
Hooks it up.
To be fair, they have a lot of bomb Korean food in California.
They do. But they don't have anything like Cote, actually.
This is like fancy.
This is fancy, yeah. The meat is very good.
Yeah.
The quality of the meat is very, very good.
We don't really have in Miami too much like Asian style food. We have like Asian fusion, but we don't have like Chinese or Korean food as
Yeah.
much.
That's why
Which
they
is
have
sad.
to come to us,
Yeah.
so they can eat their Asian.
Exactly. We're gonna be there soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very exciting.
C'est magnifique.
Caviar King.
A1.
Hey, Juan, I like your outfit. Good morning, guys. We are making breakfast for Liam. Da, yes, because he's gonna go throw out the garbage with Papa now. I'm making him a little milk porridge. I'm gonna put some banana in here. Liam likes to test us. He's in his testing era.
Mama.
So,
Мама,
я слышу тебя.
туда.
Что туда?
Что туда?
Okay. I buy these porridges from Formula Land, bless you. That's also where I get all of Liam's milk. It's all coming from Europe, so there's like different porridges. Hip has some, Holly has some, Kendamil has some, and they're all really good. There's no lead, none of that stuff, no heavy metals. I actually follow this one account. If I find it, I'll link it for you guys below. But this woman, she does a really good job of tracking different companies that are tested like for lead and stuff, and like shows you which one, like which milks, which formulas, and which porridges have lead and which ones don't. But Hip is really good. Okay, by the way, you guys, if you have a toddler or a baby, I'll link this for you. It's from Amazon. It's like $200, but it's the best thing ever. It's a nose snout sucker. It's better than the Frida. This thing gets out every single booger. I accidentally ordered pink like a long time ago, and Liam was sick, so it was like whatever. Doesn't matter. We're having a girl anyway now, so it's fine.
Making some coffee for my most beautiful, favorite person in the world. Liam wants his polka, which is a soska, which is pacifier in Russian. All of a sudden, the guy loves a pacifier.
I want to show you how I've been making my iced coffees. So I have 2 ice cubes in here, and I buy these cups from Amazon. I have them linked in my Amazon storefront, but I'll link them for you guys below. I take a little bit of this infused maple syrup with vanilla and cinnamon. It's from Thrive Market. It's my favorite. Just a little splash like that. And then I have a shot of espresso that Aloni made me. Swoosh that around. I'm going to put a little bit of water, about this much, and then I use the, right now this is what I've been like into, it's the Elmhurst Walnut Barista Maple. We order it online on their website because it's really difficult to find it within the store. Sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. They usually just have the regular Elmhurst milks, but not always this specific flavor. And this reminds me of fall time in New York. Let's see, a little bit more. So good. It's like cinnamony. It's delicious. And that is it. So good. Okay, I'm gonna go now and get ready a little bit for the day. It's 9 o'clock. Probably gonna go take a shower, wash my hair. Aloni's sister is coming over with the kids in an hour to hang out and see Liam. Aloni's gonna go for a quick workout. He's gonna go to late to work this morning, so he can see his nephews. He also wanted to sleep in because he's been training at 5:30 in the morning for boxing, and then he's been going to these classes. The guy's name is Gedalia Fenster, the guy who he listens to. He does like a podcast similar to David Guillaume, very like spiritual, about Kabbalah, stuff like that. So Aloni's been going to those at like 7 in the morning the other 2 days that he doesn't train, so he's just been really tired. And yesterday at dinner he was literally falling asleep. He said, guys, I literally need to sleep in tomorrow, and I'm gonna go into the office a little bit later. So that's what he did today, because he was just like, he's like, I'm dead. So cash is up to you. And also we don't sleep because of Liam, so that's the other thing. Anyway, I'm gonna go get my day started. I just finished taking a shower, and Liam is out for a walk, and Aloni's sister got a little bit delayed. She's gonna be here in 20 minutes, so I have some time to chat with you, do some skincare, and catch up. I just put on my lips this, I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, it's a Maracuya Juicy Melt Mask from Tarte. This is their collaboration with True Fruit. My honest thoughts is that this packaging is cute, but it's like, reminds me of being a teenager. I feel like I wouldn't buy it like solely based off the packaging. My other thing with it is that it feels very scented. Like it's very, very, very overpowering for me, and I don't really like that. So it's okay, but it feels good, like on my lips. I have no, like I wouldn't buy it. I got it gifted, so I'm using it, but it's not something I would buy. Anyway, I'm going strong with the Chantecaille Blanc Peony Face Serum and the moisturizer. It's a spot corrector. I swear, I feel like I've been using it since I came back from France. Well, I've been using it while I was in France and then came back. And my skin lately just has been feeling really good. Like, it feels hydrated, but it also feels like even in a lot of areas, you know? And my pimples and my acne seem like they're under control. And I went back to look at the conversation that I recorded with Chantecaille. They were telling us about this product and all the clinical studies they did. And basically, it's supposed to help with reducing texture also on your skin, redness, and helps a little bit with like those little pimples. Not like those little pimples, like those little bumps that you get on your face, you know, which is like part of the texture factor. So I don't know. I feel like it's been helping and it's been working. So I've just been doing that. I just want to finish it off completely. And I've been doing it day and night because I really want to see like if it actually works. For me, like during my pregnancy, I just got a comment today on my TikTok, somebody saying you've been looking a little pale. And it's because honestly, I've been keeping my skin out of the sun, like my face specifically. I've been putting on so much sunscreen because my last pregnancy, I got really bad melasma from being in the sun. And my melasma came back as soon as I got pregnant without me even going in the sun. And it's just like every time I go in the sun, I get the dark spots. Even with the crazy amount of sunscreen that I put on, it still comes back. So I'm just trying to manage that as much as possible. But I don't know if you guys can see, my skin is pretty good, but I have been having like breakouts here on and off, especially like throughout my pregnancy. My first trimester, I had really bad ingrown pimples that just never would come to the surface and they hurt so bad, which I feel like I've mentioned before if you haven't seen my previous vlogs, but it was just something that was just like so painful, and they were just here along my jawline and on my chin. More or less it's okay. Like it's still a little bit red here and I still get like little flare-ups, but they're not big, so that's good, and they're not painful. So I'll take that. But yeah, this is just kind of like what's been going on. I also have a lot of redness in my skin. I've always had a lot of redness in my skin. I've had redness here. I've had a lot of redness in my chin, and I have a lot of redness on my nose, and those are broken capillaries. I also read red on my chest because I have a lot of broken capillaries there too, which I will do some sort of a laser. I did laser once here and it helped a lot, but you need to go like 3 times, and then I got pregnant and then I just wasn't able to do it again. So after I give birth, I'm going to try to go do a few laser sessions like in the areas that I have broken capillaries and on my chest. I've never done it before, and I just want to see like if it helps. For my under eyes, I lost, you guys, the Blanc Peony under eye serum. I don't know where I put it. I've tried to look for it. I feel like I left it in France. But I'm going to use the Oglio Proteins Marine. This is from Biologique. I'm going to link it for you below. They sell the Biologique products now at Neiman Marcus and Bergdorf Goodman online. They only used to sell them like at Rescue Spa or like at, which is an online website, or a few other like esthetician driven sites, but now Bergdorf has them. The reason why I feel like I've mentioned this also in like a previous vlog is that they used to not sell it before because it had a lot of different active ingredients that you needed to specifically talk to an esthetician about because you could really harm your skin with it, especially the P50 1970 toner because it has phenol in it. And now they removed it, and so now they're trying to make these a little bit more commercial, which is not really my favorite thing because I've been talking to my esthetician and she told me that she's going to try to see if there is another line that is like as good as Biologique for your skin. If you like really invest in all the products and really invest in doing all of the skincare and all the steps and just being like really committed to it, because she said now that they're making it a little bit more generic, they're taking away certain active ingredients that are really good, and even though they're like really heavy for your skin, but they actually work. But the thing is now they want the mass to be able to, the mass public to be able to just go online and buy it, which I get it. It's a business, they want to make money, but she's like, it's kind of like ruining the ethos of the brand and like the integrity and the ingredients that actually like made it work. So we'll see what happens. A lot of like they used to have a serum. I actually still have it, but I have the new one. It's called Placenta. It smelled so bad. Like, you guys, it was disgusting. Like, you literally can't, like, if you're married, you cannot put that on your face. But I loved the Placenta. It was so good. It made my skin look amazing. And then they changed it to a vegan version, and it just doesn't I've tried, it's my second bottle because I was like, okay, maybe like, you know, it's me. It doesn't work. So that is that. I'm going to put in a little bit of extra moisturizer right now because I'm a little bit dry. Wait, I feel like I have an open bottle of this before I get into it. This is the Extreme Cream from In Beauty, and I've been mixing it recently with the Gloomy Lotion from L'Oreal in the color Fair. Like I said, I'll link everything for you guys below so you will be able to shop everything and everything's there. So don't feel like you need to like write it down. I try really hard. My team tries really hard to do a really good job of like noting everything down. I always say this of all the products, everything that I'm wearing, everything that I'm using in the vlog, even if I don't verbally tell you. But we do a really good job of trying to list everything because I know how frustrating it could be when you're watching somebody, because I've experienced that before and I'm like, hey, can you tell me like where this top's from, or like what are you using, and like the creator never tells you or never lists it. But like I even tried to do that on my TikTok videos and on my Instagram videos. I list everything so I don't gatekeep. But look how pretty it makes your skin look. It just gives you such a like nice base. And I also wanted to show you this because I had this out. It is the Necessaire, the deodorant. It's called Olibanum, or Olibanum, I think I don't know how you say it correctly, but this one is amazing. I used to use the Agent Nature. I was like a diehard Agent Nature fan. I used to use the Shiver Rose. And then like the last time I bought the bottle, for some reason, my underarms got like so red. I feel like I've talked about this before I got pregnant. My underarms were so red, they were itching, and I thought maybe it was like me working out at the gym or me wearing like long sleeves. And so then I stopped using the deodorant and it like went away. Then I started using the deodorant again because I just wanted to like rest and like get better. But I didn't think it was the deodorant because I never had an issue with it. And then I used the deodorant again and it gave it to me again. So I was like, you know what, maybe I just shouldn't be using deodorant. And then when we went on our trip to the Dolomites, I forgot my deodorant. I had like a different one from Kopari, which I like, but it smells like too coconutty for me. And you have to reapply it a little bit more often. It's a great deodorant though, nonetheless. So then I didn't have my deodorant with me on our trip to the Dolomites, and so I asked Aloni to use his. He uses the Agent Nature, but the Santal one, I think, or whatever it's called. And I put it on, and that night my armpits were itching. I'm like, shit. I'm like, this is what I was allergic to. It was the deodorant. So then I switched to this one, and it has mandelic acid in it, and it's amazing. It also helps with like discoloration. I love it. I just have to apply it one time in the morning, and my armpits don't sweat, don't smell, and it helps with discoloration, bumps. Like, it is amazing. I love it. So it's a really good product. So I have been a diehard fan of the Hydro Grip Gel Tint from Milk Makeup. I'm using the shade number 5. I need to get shade number 6 because I feel like 5 is a little bit too light for me, but even though I like using light foundations because I feel like it makes you look a little bit more youthful. It's kind of like how all the Korean girls, you know, they love to have their skin look like porcelain. It's so beautiful the way that they do their makeup, you know, and it's just like their skin looks like glass. And so I kind of feel like it's that same effect where if you wear a shade that's exactly your shade or like a shade lighter, it kind of makes you look a bit more youthful. It's just what I think, but it's just my opinion. Doesn't mean that my opinion is correct. If you want to look more tan, go off as long as you feel good. That's all that matters. You know, I feel like sometimes people, when they watch me, especially like on TikTok, less on here, but more on TikTok, you know, I give my opinion about something that I like that works for me. Everyone just jumps down my throat. But again, that's why it's called an opinion, and it's just an opinion, you know? You don't have to take it to heart. So I've been kind of putting this all over my face. I have oily to combination skin, so if you have oily to combination skin, this is great. It's like one of those tints that won't go anywhere. Now I'm going in with the Chanel Les Beige. This is the cream bronzer. It's a healthy glow cream bronzer. I've had this forever. I probably should get a new one. And I'm using a Rare Beauty brush. This is not intended for what I'm doing, but I like it. I feel like I never, okay, this is another opinion / controversial take, but I feel like I never use brushes what they are intended for. I just kind of find brushes that I like, that are easy for me to use, which is really important because even though there are brushes that are meant for specific uses, sometimes it's like hard to use it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes like if you're not a makeup artist or, you know, or you just don't know how to do makeup well, especially for yourself, you just need to find tools that are easy and comfortable for you on your hand to use. And that's kind of like my method. So I just use the brushes that I feel like are easy to use and blend with certain products. So for me, it's easy to use this brush to blend this bronzer. So I love it. Now I'm going to put a little bit of the concealer. I also ordered, so for the tint, I used the Milk makeup brush because I felt like it's the one that makes it go on the best without having to use a powder puff or like a sponge to go back in to like smooth out the areas. But now I'm using the Milk makeup concealer. This is the number 6. I ordered 5. And when I got the 5, I realized that the 5 was too light, even though my tint was 5. So I had to go up, and the 6 is also still a bit like light, but it's okay, it works. And I'm using another Rare Beauty brush. Where is it? Guys, Liam comes into my bathroom and just goes through my stuff, and I can never find it. Da, Mom. I'm using an Ilia brush, not a Rare Beauty brush. I don't know why I said Rare Beauty, to go in and smooth out the concealer. I kind of tap it in. I feel like the tap-in method for this formula works. And honestly, you guys, I always have to bake my concealer, and I always have to bake my around my like T-zone areas. But this concealer and this tint, it really is a Hydro Grip hydrating tint. Like, I don't have to do any of that because it just stays on my skin, and it's so beautiful. It's pretty amazing, to be honest. Look at that.
I'm sorry.
I'm using the NARS liquid blush in Orgasm. I love it. It looks so pretty on the skin. I also have one in Dolce Vita. Look at that. It's very light and pretty. You worked out already?
Yeah, I just did a quick little weight workout.
Oh, that was fast. That's the fastest workout you've ever done.
Yeah, I mean, I did like 20-minute workout.
Mm.
Just, you know, whatever, just to do with the weights.
Okay, guys, and that's the look. I'm just going to curl my eyelashes, and I'm not going to put on any mascara. Hi, you can let them up.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you.
And that is it. Aloni's sister here right in time. I also bought something yesterday at the Sephora sale, you guys. I didn't really need anything. I have so much stuff, but there was like one thing that I needed as a restock of my YSL mascara in brown. It's called Uninhibited Brown. And I ordered 2 Fenty lip glosses that I've been wanting to try, and 1 in Dior. So I will share that haul with you once it arrives, but that's like the only things that I bought because I really honestly had everything else that I needed. But yeah, anyway, let's go. I'm dying to try that pizza too.
They have arugula. That pistachio cookie looks really good too.
Sabrina and I just got to Sesame to have a little girls' lunch brunch. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And it's very cute here. They actually added a lot of new stuff on the menu. Like all those pastries, like the burekas and the pizza that wasn't here before. You guys have seen me come here before, Mia, to do some work.
It's very loud in the background though.
We got this margarita pizza and a bureka with cheese. It has been a couple of hours since we were shoving our face. Sabrina and I are on the way to an event with Glow Recipe. She's kindly driving because my back is killing me.
Driving the most beautiful.
Thank you.
Mama to be.
And we're really excited to go to the dinner. If you guys have been following me on the vlog for some time now, you know that I've taken you along to a few Glow Recipe events with me. But tonight it's going to be an intimate dinner at a new restaurant in Miami that I've actually been wanting to try. It's in Brickell. It's called Claudie or Claude. I don't know. I have not been there, but I will find out how to say it properly so that way I can give you my honest rec. But yeah, so it's nice. My brother and her husband and the kids today went fishing and they caught a wahoo and other fish, and so they're all home now, and Aloni just went with them to fillet fish and cook fish and do all the things. Sashimi, I don't know what else they're gonna do. So yeah, they're doing like a boys thing and then we are doing a girls thing. So yeah, that's that. Hopefully this rain stops. It's been drizzling the last couple of days. Hopefully we have some beach weather tomorrow. Sabrina's parents are coming and we're gonna have a beach day with Liam. Liam loves the beach.
I'm so excited.
He thinks he knows how to swim on his own. So that's what we're doing. We'll show you our outfits after. We're both actually wearing meshki.
Yes.
Yes.
I was inspired by you for this dress.
It's a really pretty dress. It actually goes, she has a perfect bag. I'll show you guys. I always show them all the bags on the vlog. This is a pink, Sakura. Rose Sakura,
yeah, with gold, 25, yeah. Swift.
It's gorgeous. I love it.
That bag is actually 9 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's in great shape for 9 years old. And yeah, I'm wearing my Bottega bag today. I feel like I haven't worn it in a minute. My husband's a hater, so I don't wear it. And that's it. So yeah, anyway, I'll bring you guys along when we get there. So we should be there in 20 minutes. We're actually gonna be right on time. We're gonna be 4 minutes early. We're gonna be 4 minutes early. You know why? Because Aloni's not joining us. This is the restaurant. We're pulling up to it now. Good morning, guys. I am at the beach tanning, having a little break. It is mid-afternoon already. This morning we woke up bright and early with Liam. We came to my parents' place because Aloni's parents came in early this morning. So we hung out with our parents, hung out. Liam got like full grandparents' attention and love, and cousins and all the fun stuff. And then Liam just went down for a nap. So while he's napping, I'm just enjoying a little bit of the sun because I feel like I have not laid out in a minute. And Aloni's gonna leave work early today, so that way we can all hang out. And then we are just gonna do a bunch of like fun family stuff. So that's kind of what's on the cards for today and for the weekend. I'm going to eat as many carbs as I can today, or gluten specifically. That's my plan. The Passover prep is beginning. Here's all the stuff that's going on the table. This is for Seder.
A lot of matzah today, and you have to drink 4 glasses of wine.
Wait, so how can I get the mitzvah? How can I get the mitzvah if I'm pregnant? David's prepping the fish. What did you make in here? Wow, David's curing mackerel. Bomb. The tables are being set for tonight. Beautiful weather tonight. We just got to my mom's house for the Seder dinner, and I really wanted to show you guys my outfit because I didn't have a chance to record it before I sit down because I know I'll forget to do it later. But I'm wearing a Loewe cardigan that I got on My Theresa when I was pregnant with Liam. I have on a Banana Republic sleeveless like cream top, and then I have on pants from Solid and Stripe and these new shoes that I got from Jacquemus. I meant to do an unboxing, but I have not yet. I will do it though, and I'll show you what else I got along with that package. But I love them. I feel like they're such a nice wedge mule for summer, and I love like the two-part heel here with the two textures. Let me show you. Anyway, and I also have my compression socks under my pants. Let's see. This is anyway, let's go eat because everyone's starving.
Сейчас мы всем разольем.
Salam, Boref, Eliagefen.
Аминь. Разлей всем просто сюда и все.
We're listening to the tunes. We're taking a break between our appetizers. Yeah, which was like 12 courses, I think.
I took a break with dessert.
And now we had already fish. Now we're gonna have meat soon. But all the guys are like taking a break, watching a UFC fight. And everyone's gonna do that,
They
right?
have their UFC fights and we have
Monson.
Monson.
Oh, we're missing sandwichki. See. Oh, there it is. My mom's screaming at everybody, wrangling them to come in.
Blueberry, very.
Blackberry, which is fun.
It is a very beautiful day in Miami today. I am on my way to work. It is Monday. I did not vlog yesterday because we spent all of Sunday literally just hanging out with our family and enjoying. Aloni's parents have been in town, and his sister and her husband and the kids. So we've been doing just like a bunch of family activities. It's also been a little bit tiring too, like for me, because I'm pregnant. Like I just don't have that much energy, and I want to do everything and be everywhere and like, you know, bring my best foot forward and kind of like entertain. But it's been a little bit tiring for me specifically just because I'm pregnant. So like everything feels 10 times more exhausting, even though it hasn't been, and I've been having the best time. But I do feel a little bit tired. I took the day off on Friday, and I left work a little bit early, like an hour or two early on Thursday, because I wanted to spend time with my sister-in-law and the kids. And Aloni's taking the day off today because it's also Passover, so you're not really supposed to work on Passover. You're technically not supposed to work the first 2 days, which is the most important, which he did not, which was Saturday and Sunday. And you're not supposed to work the last 2 days. I think Passover this year is 10 days or 9 days. But yeah, so he's taking the day off, and he's taking Liam to my mom's because he's going to spend time with his cousins there also. And then Liam's going to take his swim lesson at my mom's. Liam takes swimming 2 to 3 times a week. It's really also like dependent on the weather and how he feels, because sometimes he feels like under the weather. But usually we take it like at our pool, but today the instructor is going to come to my mom's and do his lesson there. Liam loves the water. I bought him this floaty that goes over his arms and his chest, so that way he can like float, because Liam thinks he can swim on his own, and he gets really like frustrated when we hold him for too long. He starts kind of like moving our hands off. And what's really nice is where my mom lives, they have a kid pool, so there's like, it goes gradually from shallow to deep, so you can stand. It's like it goes to your ankles, and then I think the highest it goes is like 2 feet. But it's been really nice because yesterday he did not want to get out of the water. Like after 45 minutes, I was like, okay, he needs to get out of the water because he's been there for too long, and it was way past our nap time. But it's funny because he loves the water so much. My mom said it reminds her of me. She's like, every time, like when I learned how to swim, she's like, you would be in the water in the pool for like 3-4 hours. She's like, I couldn't get you out of there. And she's like, you would not like get out. Like she's like, it was just like fighting with you. She's like, you would scream. So it was funny because yesterday we were getting Liam out of the water and he just kept like getting upset and like trying to run back in, you know, and like whatever. So he had the best time, but he ended up napping for like 2 hours. As soon as the pillow hit his head, he knocked out. So it was perfect. But it was such a beautiful day yesterday. The weather has been amazing. My in-laws say it feels like Newport Beach weather because even though like you're in the sun, the breeze is like still chilly, and in the shade it was chilly, but like we spent the entire weekend on the beach, and it's really nice because where my mom lives, she has this like area where it's like half grass, half sand. So we have like lawn chairs and the kids can play. Some of our friends came down yesterday to like be with us on the beach and like hang out with their kids so they can play with my sister-in-law's kids because they're the same age. And then my other two friends who are staying like a few buildings down from where my mom lives, they came with their baby. And my friend and I are pregnant at the same time again, but we also have toddlers the same age. So her daughter and Liam were playing yesterday on the beach too. So it was just really nice. We literally just didn't do anything. We all spent the day together. And then in the early evening, we had dinner at my mom's. We didn't end up having brunch like we usually do on Sundays because there were just so many of us, and the kids were up, everyone was up, Liam was up at the crack of dawn, and everyone was kind of like doing their own thing like downstairs at the beach. So we ended up ordering like food there and whatever. It's kind of hard to like wrangle everyone, especially when there's kids around, because you know, kids are doing activities, they want to go here, they want to go to the wave pool, they want to do this, that, and like parents need to like be there and watch over, you know, like I need to like watch over Liam because I can't leave him by himself. So it's hard to like wrangle all of us and like be together at the table. But for an early dinner yesterday, my brother Sabrina's husband and her kids went fishing 2 days ago in Hullover. It's an area by like Bell Harbor where we live. You can rent a boat and a fisherman, and you can pay for the experience, and whatever you catch you keep. So they caught a 35-pound wahoo. I know nothing about fishing, but they caught a 35-pound wahoo, which they said is like a catch of a lifetime because it's very rare that people catch that fish. Then they caught a couple of small tunas. They caught a mackerel and a yellowfin tuna, I think. I'm not sure, you guys. But anyway, they were making ceviche yesterday. They made sashimi with like daikon radish, and they did like a yuzu ponzu sauce. They did they sashimi the wahoo with like lemon and zested it with other things. I don't know, but everything looked amazing. And obviously I only tried a piece of the tuna because it looked really good, and my brother like marinated it in this ponzu, so he's like, it's fine, just eat it, because like my brother's really an expert at sushi and all things fish because that's his passion in life. He's actually going to Japan now for 2 weeks, and he filleted and marinated himself, so he's like, don't worry, just have a little piece, you'll be fine. So I like literally tried one little fillet, which was delicious, but everything else looked insane. But I ended up just eating the stuff that my mom had made the night before for Passover because the fridge was full. Liam ended up having borscht, and he had radishes, and he ate onion, and he loved the onion, which is so weird. I was looking at him, I was like, oh my god, but he loved it, so it was really funny. And that's that. As I mentioned, I'm going now to the office. I need to do a couple of things today, and then later tonight we're thinking of either just doing takeout or going with everyone to Makoto. I feel really bad making like my mom like having to cook today and stuff, even though she's like happy to do it. So I think we're either gonna do takeout or go to Makoto. We haven't like decided as a family yet, so we will. The group chat's already been popping off since 6:30 a.m. And yeah, my Invisalign update, you guys. If you are thinking about getting Invisalign, it's so worth it. My tooth on my right side that was kind of like inverted has already fully turned out, which is insane if you commit to wearing it for 22 hours a day, which the first like 2 weeks it's hard to remember, but after it's fine. And you can still drink coffee and beverages with your Invisalign on as long as you brush your Invisalign like in the morning and at night, which I do anyway. You change them out every 2 weeks, so by the time they like get stained, for example, I drink coffee every day, and sometimes I'll have 2 cups of coffee, it just depends on the day. But even if they get stained, it doesn't matter because you change them out every 2 weeks. So, you know, regardless, it's fine. So that's kind of where I'm at. I feel like it's so worth it and it's making such a difference. And that's it. The only thing is like, you do talk a little bit funny, but it's fine. It's literally not the most important thing. And that's it. What else? My pregnancy update is I am 25 weeks pregnant, 25 and like 2 days pregnant. The update is that I have gained 18 pounds, which is totally fine. And my varicose veins are still there, popping, doing their thing, you know. I have really bad pelvic groin pain, and it like shoots into like my lower back on the right side and into my lower right butt cheek, which has really been uncomfortable, especially like if I'm on my feet for too long. So that's been a little bit challenging. But other than that, all is good. My face has been getting a little bit swollen, like my nose, my lips, you know, the usual suspects. It was actually really frustrating sometimes because there's people who don't follow me like full time on TikTok, right, and just see my videos here and there. And like this last couple of videos, because I'm doing a lot of like food stuff and I'm showing the food up front, people are like, why are you putting fillers in your lips? Like da 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 da. It's like aging you. And first of all, I'm like, hello, do not follow me. I'm pregnant. My face is swollen. Like my nose is swollen. My feet are swollen. My fingers are swollen. My lips are swollen. Like people are just crazy. I don't know. It is what it is. But honestly, you guys, I don't care. I have really tough skin and I'm happy regardless. And I always say this to you guys on my vlog, is that do not let anybody's words hurt you. Don't let what anybody else think get to you. Just be happy. Mind your business. Be happy. Stay focused and be unbothered, because I think the one thing that really I've noticed bothers people was when you are unbothered and when you are happy. Just sometimes people just cannot handle it because they're like, what the fuck, you know? But I'm happy. My self-confidence has been great, and I wish that to everybody who watches me. I wish you guys to all be happy, for you guys all to find the confidence within yourself, you know, and just to continue being a good person, because good things happen to good people. So that's all that matters, and everything else is just noise. Anywho, I will chat with you guys in a bit. I brought a little snack with me I wanted to show you for work. It's Passover friendly. Got my coffee and my matzah and whipped cream cheese little sandos. So good. We just pulled up to my mom's house. Aloni and I were home. Liam is off to bed, and we are going to have some dinner at my mom's and spend the last few moments with his sister before they leave tomorrow. Some steaks. Right. Hello, babe. One second, hold on. I'm gonna oh, some kartoshечка.
Beef and broccoli, Jewish Chinese style.
Some achuchuk, some rice, and obviously some matz.
You should feel good.
Девять, положи тебе тоже.
Good morning, everyone. I did not want to finish the vlog off yesterday at our last Passover supper with Aloni's sister, but I remembered that I promised you guys in the beginning of the vlog that I was going to show you a couple of things that I got, particularly shoes. I also wanted to show you one other thing that I didn't tell you about, but I'm so obsessed with, and I ordered in another color. So I want to show you that before I head to work. If you guys hear that noise, it's because I'm making myself a matzah pizza, Passover friendly. I have been obsessed with pizza since I was a kid, but like pizza is one of my favorite foods. I feel like I've never like talked about this, but I can eat pizza for breakfast, okay? Like in New York, there have been times, okay, especially when I was in college, where I would get dollar pizza in the morning before class because I love pizza so much. Sometimes I buy little like Annie's pizza pockets, like the little ones, the like healthier version. And I started buying these like little pizza bagels too from this brand. They make like gluten-free ones. They're delicious. But since I can't eat any gluten or wheat. During Passover, I'm making little matzah pizzas, which I will post the recipe on TikTok. So I'm working on that now. So that's why my toaster oven is making that weird noise. I'm having an iced coffee. I have been on such an iced coffee kick. It's wild. Okay. The first thing I want to show you is my new Twilly. This is a Hermes Rouge Oche Twilly, and it is silk at the top like always, and on the bottom the leather is Rouge Oche color that matches my bag. Now I have to be honest with you, I'm generally not a Twilly girl. I have like 1 or 2 Twillies. I have one on an exotic bag and one on my Grizzly because the handles are so light, and if you wear like any makeup and you touch your face, or if you wear any hand cream, a lot of the times it goes on the handles and then it gets ruined. So for me, that's why I don't really wear Twillies. I just have it for the purpose of protecting the bag. But this Rouge Oche bag, I originally wanted, if you guys have been following me on TikTok for some time now, you know I've always talked about wanting a burgundy bag, right? But I've always wanted the Rouge Oche box bag, and which is like a patina's, and it's the leather's called Brunch, and it's basically very shiny leather and it scratches, but it patinas over time and it's so beautiful. Those bags they make very rarely, and they make them in like 3 or 4 colors. Typically they make it in a Rouge Oche color. They make it in gold always. They have it in black, and then sometimes they'll make it in like a dark green. But those bags are very rare because some people want them, but there's not a big market for them because they are very, very sensitive and they can scratch really easily. And I personally love that, but most people do not. But anyway, so I got this bag last year for Mother's Day. This is Togo leather. It's a size 25. It's one of my favorite sizes for a Birkin. Although now that I'm a mother, I feel like I need more 30s. I would love sometime down the line, I know this is like shocking, but I would love sometime down the line a black Hermes bag with gold hardware, like a black Birkin, because I don't have one. I have one with silver hardware, but it also has like corduroy in the front. It is called the Cote to Cote. But I would like to get that at some point down the line, probably in a 30 size, so I can use it like as an everyday bag. But anyway, that's besides the point. I got this bag last year for Mother's Day, and I was like pushing, and Aloni was pushing. He's like, listen, I need a Mother's Day gift. It's my first Mother's Day with Liam. And so she's like, I cannot get you a Rouge Oche box. Like he was pushing, I was pushing, and she's like, listen, you guys have been on the list for this forever and we haven't gotten one in. The only one they got was in a gold. And I'm like, I don't want gold, I want Rouge Oche. And she had the option of this one or the one in Cellier. I personally don't like Cellier leather. It's not my favorite. I do like it in a Kelly, like a mini Kelly or a Kelly 25, Kelly 28. But I don't really love it in a Birkin because it's like too stiff. It kind of reminds me of those Lady Dior bags that are really hard to get into. So, but in a Kelly bag, I love it because if you have a Kelly Togo, the sides kind of end up like falling and there's not enough structure. So for a Kelly bag, I feel like it needs structure, so it needs Cellier leather. But for the Birkin, it's not necessarily my favorite. But when I saw it in the Cellier leather, I didn't love the burgundy because the Rouge Oche color is called Rouge Oche, right? The specific like kind of burgundy that I like, which is this. But depending on the leather, it looks different, right? So that burgundy leather in Cellier looked very different from this one. And the box leather, the Brunch, looks like so burgundy and like so cherry-like, which is what I wanted. But yeah, so just know that. But I really wanted in the box leather, that Brunch. And I also wanted gold hardware. But when she showed me the Cellier, I was like really disappointed. I was like, no, I don't like that. She's like, okay. I came back 2 days later. She's like, we're getting a shipment tomorrow. Let me see. There is a Rouge Oche bag. I just don't know which one it is. And she showed me this one. I was like, you know what? I'll take this one because I like it. I love a B25. I just think it's comfortable, and I love a Togo. And you can also be like not as gentle with this bag. So for the longest time, I was wearing it as is. And when my sales associate texted me, she said, hey, we're getting like this Twilly in, we're getting Twillies in with Rouge Oche. I'm like, no, I don't really care for Twilly. She's like, no, I'll send you a picture. You're going to want it. Trust me. She sent me this one, and she was like, you should take both, this one and the gold. And I was like, no, I don't need the gold. I don't really have anything that goes with it. And then I thought about it. I was like, maybe for my Grizzly bag, but like how often do I wear the Grizzly? And now I'm thinking I'm going to wear it on something else, but that's besides the point. So I got this one. And then a week, not even like 4 days later, we went to New York on our last vlog. And I was like, I need another one. Do you have the gold? She's like, Danielle, I told you, blah, blah, blah. So she was like, let me go look, let me go look. And they ended up having one because one of her friends was a sales associate there. The client didn't end up taking it. So she gave it to me and now it's like completely sold out. So I got very lucky, but I love it. I just think it adds a lot of texture to the bag and I think it just makes the bag more fun. Aloni thought the bag was boring, but then now that I have this on it, he loves it. He says it is amazing and it looks so beautiful and the color just fits so perfect. I don't think this twilly would look good on the box leather one because the box leather burgundy, like the rougeage, is a little bit more deep and dark, so you could tell like the contrast, but this one is just 1-to-1, so it is beautiful. I've also been getting tagged in so many videos of everyone saying like, hey, can you talk about your thoughts on China exposing Hermes? And while I think, yes, Chinese factories do make a lot of goods for brands, Hermes in particular is one that I do not believe. I have a friend who is really high up in Hermes and she works there. She works on the corporate side and I just remember like her having to go through extensive training and talking about how the people who make the bags have been working there for like 10-15 years and they have like very specific bag makers and each bag is made by one person from start to finish. So they have to go through like training, they have to go to special school and they have to have, you know, 10 to 15 years of experience in like bag making and work for specific ateliers in France. So do I believe that's true about the bags? No, I just think that it's like a conversation that's happening for maybe other brands and other designers and maybe like, you know, small percentage of items for specific brands. But I think it's also just kind of like a game that's happening now that they're trying to, I don't know, put us against because of like the tariff situation. I don't know. I just don't really think, I think it's a little bit more complex than we think, but I also think like for brands like Hermes or Louis Vuitton, I could believe, but I would say brands like Hermes or Goyard, where they're very keen on craftsmanship and they have special ateliers that work on, you know, bag making, and they have, like I said, one person makes the bag from start to finish. Like if you guys go on YouTube and watch, there's like so many videos of them showing like the behind the scenes and how they make it. It's becomes a little bit hard to believe. So that's just my thoughts. But again, you should buy things because you enjoy them, not like be anti them because now you think that maybe, you know, they're being made somewhere else. And I don't know. I haven't really thought deeply enough about this topic, but just do what feels good for you. Anyway, I showed you guys early on in the vlog these new Jacquemus shoes that I got. So I got these on My Theresa. I will link everything for you below as always. But I've been looking for a mule to wear with pants, but a comfy mule because I'm also still pregnant, but I've also wanted to have a mule that I could wear to like work in the summer and like with jeans, you know, just to like be comfortable, like to have a little bit of height because I have a lot of pants that are long that I don't necessarily want to alter, but I still want to wear and enjoy. And I want to be able to like dress it up more casually, but I feel like wearing a heel to work sometimes is just like not appropriate for like where I work. And I want to be able to still, like I said, like feel cute, feel fashionable, wear my long pants and long jeans and not have to wear flats and get the bottoms dirty or rip them. So I was looking for a summer mule. I also want a winter mule. I think I have an idea of like what I'm looking for, but I haven't found it yet. I was really into the Dries Van Noten ones, but then they all sold out, like this like specific color that I wanted. So now, sorry, I'm like burp. So now they have other textures, but maybe it'll come back in style, or maybe I'll be able to find it somewhere like on the Real or something. But anyway, I really love this Jacquemus shoe. It also comes in black. I'll link both styles in the description box. But I love the double wedge. It's so cute. I didn't really like the ones with the heels, like where you could see the two double heels for some reason, but this one I liked, and Aloni actually liked it too. I was really surprised because I thought that he wouldn't. And I wore these the other night for Passover dinner. They were actually very comfortable, and someone had asked me if this net part hurts my feet, but it doesn't. Like it has some sort of like a lining here, if you guys can see. So it didn't really hurt my feet, but I like these. I got a size 40. I'm usually a 39.5, but I think they only came in full sizes, so I got a 40. But also I feel like in Jacquemus, like, they run a little bit small, so I got it in a 40. But I love these a lot, and I just think they're really, really cute for summer. And I also don't think they're like, I still think they're trendy, but not like trendy enough where I can't wear them in like 2-3 years. You know what I mean? Which is something I'm very conscious about. So I love them. The next thing that I got is very, I don't even know what I was thinking when I got these, honestly, but I was just like telling my husband, I'm like, I want animal print. I want an animal print coat. I want an animal print shoe. And I told him, I feel like this whole year I've been like focusing on capsule wardrobe, and I've been focusing on getting everything that's like very simple because I didn't have a lot of that stuff. Everything that I had was like super trendy. But I said, you know what? Now I'm like ready to start integrating trendy pieces, but classic trendy pieces. There's a difference. Classic trendy pieces into my wardrobe to kind of like make everything that I have feel a little bit more funky and a little bit more dressed up. So I haven't bought Louboutins in a while. The last time I bought Louboutins was, I think, the white Louboutins I bought for my son's birth. I had like a party. Anyway, how insane are these pony hair zebra print Louboutins? These are 100 millimeters. I also got a 40 in these because I'm 40 in Louboutin. They run small. I'm a 39.5. Anything in Louboutin that's open, but anything that's a closed toe like this, I am a 40. But how insane are these? I think these are so fun. I also think, you guys, that zebra print is going to be so hot during Fashion Week, especially like September, October, November months. You guys will be seeing them all over the runway. I saw an insane coat from Alaya, which is way out of my budget. I cannot afford it, but I will dream about it. It'll be on my wish list. That looked insane. I'm like, oh my God, I need that Alaya jacket, like that coat. And I was like, I need all the accessories that like it walked with on the runway. The one bracelet I looked it up was like $4,000. I was like, okay, that's like ridiculous, but maybe I'll be able to like recreate the look. But this is the start of my funky wardrobe. What do you guys think? Be honest. I feel like animal prints are always classic because they're very cyclical. They come and go into fashion. Like leopard is something that you can always buy because leopard will always be popular. Like Dolce & Gabbana has leopard in every single collection almost, but it's also something that comes back into style. And like I said, this is a funky, trendy, but classic piece. Anyway, I'm going to end the vlog here, but I wanted to share this with you guys because I promised and I did not want to forget because my pregnancy brain has been misleading me in all different directions lately. So please forgive me if I promise you something and I forget. Just write it in the comments and remind me, and I will do my best to bring you guys the content that you guys are looking for. But anyway, I will see you on the next vlog. We have a lot of exciting things happening in the next vlog, and I will give you a hint. One of them is an event with Hermes. So stay tuned, and I will see you next time. Thank you.